would your kids feel about a slim Santa Claus? Anti-obesity activists are seeking to trim down St. Nick this year because, get this, they apparently think his chubbiness sets a bad example for kids. MeMe Roth is the founder of National Action Against Obesity, and Justin Wilson is from the Center for Consumer Freedom. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
All right, so MeMe, you actually think that this is a good idea. Over in Britain, they're starting this campaign saying, hey, we're going to have Santa Clauses out there at the malls doing aerobics this holiday season because Santa's too fat and he's not a good role model for kids.
You know what they're trying to do? Many people don't realize that we now have more overweight people on the planet than underweight. We have 1.3 billion overweight people to about 800 million underweight. So this is a huge issue. And I think their heart's in the right place. They're not saying, hey, let's edit the Burl Ives classic films. They're just saying the guys at the malls shouldn't be morbidly obese. I think that they're just trying to set a good example. We know Santa is an amazing marketing device, and I think they're just trying to use him to set a great example for kids.
Okay, Justin, is Santa really a bad example for kids? Shouldn't it be their parents?
You know, I think, MeMe, you can stick to New Year's, and I think let's have a Christmas to enjoying things. This kind of revisionist history, going to go white out a fat Santa in the past, is really inappropriate. And I'm just kind of worried that we're getting to a point where being a little overweight has become a moral issue. And MeMe, that you just don't seem to like fat people. You know what? Keep it to yourself, and Britain, they can keep it to themselves.
It's early for so much hyperbole, Justin. I think what we want to do is just focus on the reality of the problem. Obesity is an issue, even now in Africa and India, and certainly in the United States. Nobody's looking to revise history or edit those classic films. What they're trying to do is make sure to set a good example for kids, where there's not a morbidly obese Santa at the mall. And hey, I think all of us would agree that it's a good idea for Santa maybe to be more like Jack LaLanne. The guy's got a lot of work to do in 24 hours.
Come on. Santa is just this figure.
Right.
I mean, first of all, Santa is just, well, I don't want to say the word out there in case kids are watching, but we all know what I'm getting at. And so isn't his whole image just a jolly old soul, right, Justin?
You know, let's get rid of Halloween, too. I mean, isn't that setting a bad example? And the Easter Bunny, I mean, he looks a little pudgy. Give me a break. You know, obesity is not a moral issue. And frankly, you know, trying to panic the nation into doing calisthenics, you know, it's fine if we want to have some physical activity. But when it comes to the kind of draconian government regulations that they're trying over in the UK, I just roll my eyes. You know, just this month, they came out with a study that called for what they're calling fit cities, which is cities where they're going to try to force people to lose weight. And they're actually talking about mandatory fat camps.
Well, let's say that losing weight is probably a good idea overall. But MeMe, I'm going to give you the last word on this. Are you going to put out carrots instead of cookies?
I'm not, but we have to not forget that this is really an issue, and he talks about moral issue. It's fine to abuse yourself, but not when you expect others to pick up the price tag. Obesity is costing this nation $100 billion annually in health care costs.
All right, the debate's going to continue. Watch out to see if Santa is chubby at your mall or not. MeMe and Justin, good to talk to you.
Good talking to you.
Just ahead on the show.